This is the Panini World Cup Sticker Album 2026. There are 980 stickers that you need to fill this album, and I decided to run a little experiment in trying to complete this album because each packet contains 7 stickers, and that means you need 140 packets without getting any duplicates to complete the album. So what did I do? I opened 140 packets to see how close I got to complete the album. Let's find out how close I actually got. Hi, I'm Dr. Barry Fitzgerald, the superhero scientist. Many years ago, I remember collecting 1 or 2 of the World Cup sticker albums. Did I ever collect them fully? No, I did not. Now, I decided to run a little bit of an experiment. I wanted to see how close I could get to collecting all the stickers in this album by just opening the minimum number of sticker packets to complete the album. The album has 980 stickers, which means you need 140 packets, and each of those packets contains 7 stickers to complete the album if you don't have any duplicates. So I ran the experiment, and let's discover how close I got to actually collecting the album. Spoiler alert, not very close at all. Right, let's start off by looking at duplicates because, well, there were lots of duplicates. So when did I get my first duplicate and which sticker was it? Well, my first duplicate was really early in the sticker opening process because my first duplicate was Raul Jimenez from Mexico. That's the striker who plays for Fulham. And I got Raul Jimenez not only in packet number 3, but also in packet number 4, and I call this the Jimenez juxtaposition because I got these 2 stickers so close to each other. Right, what about countries? Which country did I get the most duplicates for across the 140 packets? Out in front was Algeria with 14 copies or duplicates of stickers, and second on that list was Switzerland with 13 copies of stickers for that particular country. Now, across the 140 packets, I had duplicates, I had triplicates, and I also had quadruplicates of stickers. I even had one sticker 5 times. So which were the stickers that I had the most across the 140 packets? Well, the sticker that I had 4 times across all of the packets, that was Max Crocombe, who is a goalkeeper for New Zealand. That's NZL2 sticker number. But I had 1 sticker more times than any other, and that was Scotland number 1, which is the crest of Scotland, which I had 5 times across all of the packets that I opened. So I got duplicates, I had triplicates, I had quadruplicates, and I had the Scottish crest 5 times across 140 packets. But I wanted to know what was the average gap or packet number between copies for all the copies that I had across the 140 packets. Let me explain how I calculated this for all of the duplicates that I had. And I had a lot of them. For this calculation, I wanted to know the average gap between duplicates across the 140 packets. Now, I'm going to use the example of the Scottish crest because I had this particular sticker 5 times. So if I laid out all 5 of the stickers and then looked at the individual packets in which those stickers appeared, these were the packet numbers 3, 8, 107, 129, and 136. And then what I looked at was the gap between consecutive versions of these stickers, and as you can see, I had 5 of them, which means there were 4 gaps that I needed to calculate. So for instance, between the first 2 copies of this particular sticker, the packet gap was 5, and if I look at the other copies that I had, I then had these as the numbers 5, 99, 22, and 7, which then gives me an average gap between copies of 33.25 packets. Now, this applies only to the Scottish crest sticker, but what about the rest of the duplicates that I had across the 140 packets? So looking at the statistics across all of the duplicates that I had across all of the packets, the average gap between copies for my 140 packets was 21.9 packets. This means that for any particular sticker, it could be a case that I'll see that particular sticker again within roughly 22 packets. Now, don't hold me to that number. I'm quite sure that if I were to open up another 140 packets, the statistics might be slightly different, but that's what I saw across my 140 packets. And what about the countries? Which country did I manage to complete across the 140 packets? It's an exciting outcome because I managed to finish and completely collect not one single country across 140 packets. Now, I did get quite close to a couple of countries. I got 18 stickers for both Belgium and Spain, but I didn't complete any of the countries when opening 140 packets. In addition, it took me 26 packets to get at least one sticker for every country, and the last country that I got a sticker for, well, that was Germany. Then what about the big game players? No disrespect, Raul Jimenez, you're a good player, but we're talking about the big game players everybody's after. How do things work out for me? Well, they worked out quite well. Well, the first of the big game players that I managed to get was Lamine Yamal from Spain, and he appeared in packet 28, and I also got him in packet 122. Then Lionel Messi, well, he cropped up in packet number 39. I got him quite early in the process. I had to wait a little bit longer though before I managed to get Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo that is, and that was in packet 84. And finally, Erling Haaland, he did make an appearance, and it was quite late on as I opened up the packets, and he appeared in packet 111. So how close did I actually get to completing the album? Because I haven't told you that yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some very nice graphs that will showcase exactly how close I got there, and basically give you an idea of how far away I am as well, because I'm miles off from completing the album after 140 packets. This is a graph showing how things would have gone if I had no duplicates across 140 packets. This is the idealized case where I would fill the entire album with just 140 packets of stickers. I only wish this was the case because, well, as you'll see in one moment, I'm miles away. And here's the graph, and as you can see, I am indeed miles away. So the ideal case is the purple line, and the slightly green line, that is the evolution of the number of stickers I managed to collect as I opened up 140 packets. And you can see that at the end of it all, there's a big gap there in between. So how big is that gap? Well, instead of collecting 980 stickers across 140 packets, I managed to collect 659 stickers, and that means that I still need 321 stickers to complete the album. And if you look then at the big moments, the big collecting moments that I've highlighted in this video, here they are on that graph. First of all, we have the Jimenez juxtaposition, which took place at packet number 3 and 4. If I move on a little bit after that, that's the first appearance of Lamine Yamal from the opening of the stickers. Then I had Lionel Messi at roughly packet number 39. Then Cristiano Ronaldo somewhere in the 80s in terms of his packet number. And finally then it's Erling Haaland at packet 111. And you can see these kind of milestones in my collection process. And as you open up more packets, as it was for me anyway, it was getting harder and harder to find stickers that I still needed and to avoid duplicates. So that's how close I got. Not very close at all. I am still 321 stickers off from completing the album. Now, some of you might be wondering, will I try and collect the album? Well, I still do have about 100 packets left over. I could open these and see how close I'm going to get. If you want me to do so, let me know in the comments below, and I'm very happy to do that. I don't hold out too much hope that I'm actually going to collect the missing 321 stickers when I open up those 100 packets. I have to be honest, I'm not confident at all. In a follow-up video, I'm going to do a little bit more on the mathematics of trying to complete the album with 140 packets. I have so much stats here that I could use and create all this extra information. But one thing I can tell you right now without even having to do a single calculation is that it's impossible to collect the album with 140 packets without having a duplicate. And if anyone has managed to do so, I think they're probably lying. And how is your collection process going? And are you also seeing lots of duplicates? Perhaps you too have got multiple copies of the Scottish crest. If you do so, let me know in the comments below. I've been Dr. Barry Fitzgerald, the superhero scientist. See you in the next video.